Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Hang on a second. Dang it! Sorry, Guinevere normally produces this segment. Hang on. Over here. I think I've got it. Hang on. That's got it. Okay, go ahead, Edgar.
Hello, and welcome to Monster Chat. I am your host, Professor Edgar Fluffosaurus. In tonight's episode we will discuss the complex and fascinating history of werewolves. Werewolves are members of the lycanthrope family. Under normal circumstances they are indistinguishable from regular humans. However, on the 3 nights out of each month when the moon is full, werewolves undergo a transformation process that changes them into giant, bloodthirsty beasts. Werewolves are the most well-known members of the lycanthrope family, though there are many other varieties of lycanthrope. These include the werebear, were-tiger, were-panda, were-rhinoceros, and the aquatic-dwelling were-racuda. But those are stories for another time. As with so many elements of the monster community, the history of werewolves goes back to the Mesolithic era and a caveman named Grog Wilkinson. From our earlier lessons we know that Grog was history's first clown, and that he founded the Wilkinson Institute for Clown Arts, a mysterious organization that still exists even today. In the early days of the Wilkinson Institute's existence times were good, but crowds eventually became bored with a show that consisted entirely of juggling clowns and a few woolly mammoths. Eager to expand the appeal of his show, Grog undertook a process of adopting young wolves and training them to perform acrobatic tricks while wearing amusing costumes. Grog thus initiated the process of domesticating wolves, leading to the proliferation of different breeds of dog that roam the planet today. The bond between dogs and their human counterparts grew stronger over the centuries, eventually leading to dogs being described as man's best friend. In fact, the bond between humans and dogs became a form of love. The results of this were sadly predictable. As one might expect, when a man loves a dog very much—
Whoa! No! Stop! Edgar, I am begging you, do not say what I think you are about to say.
Carl, I'm sorry, but the public needs to know the truth. As I was saying, when a man loves a dog very much—
No! Stop! Edgar, so help me God, if you say what you're about to say and get our show permanently banned from social media, I swear to you, I will personally serve you up to fancy on a platter with a side of garlic bread.
Carl, your plebeian contempt for academic discourse is well established, but this is my show and I must ask that you allow me to proceed with my lesson. As I was saying, when a man loves a dog very much, he sometimes invites the dog to live inside his home. Which, of course, leads to the problem of where the dog is supposed to take care of business related to routine biological functions. Humans thus developed the tradition of taking dogs for a walk on leashes several times a day to alleviate this problem. It was while on one of these walks that a young actor named Michael Landon was bitten by a radioactive wolf, thus becoming history's first werewolf.
Oh, okay, got it. Sorry. I thought you were going somewhere else with all of this.
Carl, please get your mind out of the gutter. I'm an academic and not a pornographer. Now, as I was saying, having been bitten by a radioactive wolf, actor Michael Landon became history's first werewolf, eventually siring other werewolves to produce the population that exists today. You may recall that, in one of last season's episodes, we established that vampires are a medium-sized species of fire-breathing kaiju, with 2 heads and 6 arms. Throughout history there has been a long and famous rivalry between werewolves and vampires. This is the result of incompatibility between the wolf's well-established love of fetching sticks and the vampire's vulnerability to wooden stakes, which has led to unfortunate accidents over the years. Although vampires typically are much larger than werewolves, there have been an assortment of jumbo-sized werewolves over the years that have been able to engage vampires in raucous hand-to-hand kaiju battles. The Chicago Fire of 1871 is well known to have been initiated by a kaiju battle between vampire Vladimir the Meatpacker and a werewolf known only as Grover, in which a stray blast of Vladimir's fiery breath ignited a downtown bakery. For many years this fire was blamed upon a cow owned by one Mrs. O'Leary, but we now know this was all a propaganda effort initiated by the Vampire Anti-Defamation League. Similarly, although no photographic records exist, it is widely believed that the Tunguska Forest event of 1908 was the result of Vladimir the Meatpacker being body slammed by Grover in a rematch event.
Hey, Edgar? How could werewolves have been involved in the Chicago Fire and the Tunguska event if Michael Landon wasn't born until 1936?
Carl, kindly blow it out your ass. This is why we don't allow you to produce my show.
And this has been Monster Chat, hosted by Professor Edgar Fluffosaurus. Thank you for joining us.